Welcome, welcome. Oh, come on, somebody. Hallelujah. Welcome, 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 welcome to a no judgment zone. Okay, where God's love is everlasting, honey. It's everlasting, honey. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I thank God that I'm here with you guys today. I thank God for the breath in my body, child. I thank God just to be here, to be amongst the living. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, 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 baby. This is Fal Pal Darrell. If you are new to this channel, hello, darling. How are you? I missed you. If you was in my Facebook group, you would have heard from me. You would have known what the scoop was. Hey, Anna, the Swedish hoarder. Check out her channel. Check out her channel. So, Fal Pal Anna, if you stay tuned, you actually see your orchid today. Now, I wanted to talk about mental awareness. I'm sorry for the shaky hands, but I wanted to talk about mental awareness and let you guys talk to me while I water my outdoor plants. And I thought that it would always be good to start off a video talking about an orchid, since this is a orchid channel that talks about more. Okay, we talk about more. Okay, now to my new subscribers, or Fal Pals as I would like to call you. Mama has a lot of orchids that you don't know about. Okay, I try to, when it comes to orchids, I try to keep it down to the Phalaenopsis, because as a new grower, okay, learning anything new, I learn better with just focusing on one thing at a time. Okay, that's just me. Okay, everybody can't be, okay, that's just me. So now that I have the scoop, for the most part, with the Phalaenopsis, I'm starting to pay attention to my other plants that I really is do or die with them. So a rule of thumbs when it comes to growing orchids is, if it is growing, it is happy. I have had this Cybedium, I don't know how long. We have gone through a lot of things. But anywho, placing her, someone told me, I believe each one teach one. So someone had recently told me that another rule of thumbs with the Cybediums and with the what those orchids are called. I can't think of them right now, but they are real sensitive. So you got to have the right living conditions for these type of orchids, to say the least. So, okay, so like I said, we've been through a lot of things. I have taken the pot off, the decorative pot. I took off of here, and just to see how she would respond with a little bit more airflow. And I have also placed her on top of my aquarium, which is, honey, if you're not getting humidity from this boo-boo kitty, I don't know what to tell you, okay? So I placed her on top of the aquarium. As you can see, she is under the light. Good morning, Fal Pal Anna Marie. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So we talking about orchids, and we're gonna talk about mental awareness. So okay, place her on. So this is her new setup, okay? And so already you can see new growth right here, because you might not know what new growth on a Cybedium looks like, because honey, mama is one of those people right here and right, hold on, where is it? It's hiding behind this leaf. Okay, right here and right here. So a rule of thumb is, if it's growing, it's happy. So, oh my God, finally I understand the Cybedium. And if I can understand the Cybedium, then I can double back to the Pansy orchid. The orchid that I had, and honey, girl, that I did, girl, honey, that Pansy orchid, honey, she said no ma'ams. She said no ma'ams. She declined immediately. So, let's go outside. Okay, let's go outside. Show you some of my beautiful blooms in my outdoor garden. Now, Mama's not the best holding the camera like this, so, honey, if I seem like an old person, forgive me. So I was on my Fel Pal, what's her name? I'm sorry, Fel Pal Danielle's page, and she made a video for artwork, orchids, and beekeeping. And artwork, orchids, and beekeeping, he gives a lot of people a lot of orchids. And so she was giving an update on her orchids. So as we talk about mental awareness, let's go ahead and look at some of the orchids Brian has given me. And this is going to be one. This is also another orchid y'all probably forgot that I'm growing, which is girl, to be honest with Nodosa, Sa- Brassavola. I don't know, honey. I just want to be as real as possible so I can relate to the audience. Mama is achieving for. It doesn't matter what the name of that is because, honey, Phalaenopsis is life. Okay. But Brian, it's a lot of new growth right here, right here. This blasted or dieback because like right now, these are really indoor plants. I just treat them outdoors because they're in clay pots and they originally were outdoors. So when I say treat them as outdoors, they get the same care, even with bright light. They're upstairs in my bedroom window. But anyway, I don't know how they bloom. Fal Pal Danielle and Fal Pal Heath. Please check out Fal Pal Heath's channel called Tree Epiphyte. Okay, honey, how to spell it? I don't know. Okay, this is not the spelling channel. Okay, so y'all leave that in the comments, honey. But they had told me that this right here has to mature before it blooms. And so when they say mature, because you can see this is a real big leaf, but when they say mature, I'm assuming, from here into this when it gets the sheath. I don't know. I don't know. And Fal Pal Eunice, if you are here, this is my first Kiki. Okay, I know it's two pieces, but it's one plant. This is my first Kiki. This is Kiki Eunice. Okay, from Eunice's channel. And Eunice's channel is just called Eunice, I believe. And you guys know I struggle with kids, not my own, but neighbors' kids that come and take the damn tags out of my pots and stuff of that nature. So keep me lifted in prayer. Just a quick update since we looking. You can see new growth right here. So by the time I bring it indoors, honey, we probably have another blasted bud. And that cat layer, honey, you gotta wait for an update. But Anna, this is my Vanda Anna. And you know the ants are making the blooms black. Can you hear me? Hey, auntie. Hey, honey, let me let you see my face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I was just showing them my blooms, honey, while they are in their glory because the ants and the bugs, they taking them down. They taking them down. So I'm watering. I'm sorry. I'm watering my orchids today and just some regular tap water with a sprinkle of citric acid. I know a lot of the girls was like, citric acid? Oh, no, ma'am. But girl, this citric acid has given me my first double spike. My first double spike. You see it, Anna. This is your orchid. And so she's filled with ants, and yes, but she's still blooming from here. Here's a healthy bloom. Okay, yes, ma'am. She's okay. She's okay. And I can see the ants have already started to eat on these blooms. But this is my new favorite dendrobium. Yes, ma'am. This is my new favorite dendrobium. Got her from Lowe's in February, and she has double spiked, rebloomed for me. So I guess this is officially my first double spike. And already has a new growth. And girl, these two canes just grew. They grew and bloomed since February, and you see how big they are. So Girl, this thing finna just be blooming and blooming. That's another thing that I've learned, that the dendrobiums and the oncidiums, they like these plastic pots without the holes. They like the pots without the holes. And speaking of pots with holes, this is a pot. This not the best display, but just so you can get the idea until I officially put the message out there. But this is what Mama made, okay? Very ventilated, honey. Now, Fal Pal, Todd, he did not put holes in the bottom of his pots, but I did. Okay, so if you want you a pot, let me know. Okay, hit me in my DMs. This a whole different vendor that you guys don't yet know about. But Fal Pal's, this orchid came from Lowe's. So, honey, these are orchids, honey, you can get from your local grocery store, okay? So I know it's a lot of scamming going on when it comes to buying orchids online. So don't forget, you could go get in your car. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. But you can get in your car and go on an orchid hunt, because you know some of these places like Norman, shipping costs $15. And girl, nobody just ain't got no time for that. We ain't got time. So where I have had been is just getting my mind together, getting my life together. Hold on. Let me get it together. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. I told you one thing. We doing one orchid at a time. So after my learning the Phalaenopsis, yes, I am paying attention to Vandas. Since you said something, and you guys will see this in future videos, here is another Vanda that I am doing by the method of water culture. But you gotta stay tuned. Yes, tree epiphytes. He's here. He's here. Hold on, I'm sorry. Subscribe to his channel. He's a new channel, but definitely not a new grower, and he has taught me a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Hold on, let me get it together. Oh, no, you don't need to be all down there, honey. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. God bless you, Fal Pal Anna. But I had been going through some stress. Every 4 years, election year here in the United States, a lot of us, not just me, honey, you know, some of our celebrities have had suicidal thoughts and everything. So if this message is for you, definitely seek the help that you not only need, but you deserve, okay? You deserve the best health, especially if you are afforded mental health coverage, because here in America, there's not a lot of health insurance that covers for your mental stability, like counseling and psychiatrist. You don't have a lot of insurance companies that really pay for the co-pays or anything. So I wanted to keep not just myself, but all of you in mind as we go through taking our kids back to school. I have a lot of young viewers, so all of my college students that's going back to school right now, I applaud you. I want you to know that you are brave. I know that you might feel as if you are in a situation where you really don't have a choice, but I assure you that whatever decision you succumb to is going to be the best decision that is going to be for you. These are uncertain times, honey, and no one has wrote the book on this, okay? Because me myself, I have been in the house pretty much all year, and it will remain until we get a vaccine. That's just me. Okay, so like I said, all of my college students, all of the workforce, I applaud you guys for being out there in the highways and the byways. All of the people that has not let this pandemic affect them doing God's work or doing good. I applaud you guys as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so here I am trying to be amongst the members, okay, just to motivate someone else. Now I know it's so much going on right now, and with me, it had caused health problems, something I had never dealt with before. Some type of nerve issue, okay, that was going, it was like my arm just was dead and it was not getting oxygen to it. Honey, mama was up here thinking she was having a stroke or a heart attack, all of the bad things that you could think of. And I was over here stressing, just adding to it because I did not think it would be stress. What I had did or what I had done, and as far as disassociating myself, is election year. You know, these presidential campaigns, they are not what they used to be. They are dirty. They are low down, trifling, abhorring. I mean, just to say the least, I need to say the least. And some of us that really looks to our government officials to be that guidance as far as where we are trying to get to, what we are trying to achieve, that can be really heartbreaking, discouraging, stressful. It can cause psychiatric meltdowns, if you will. And if you are not, you know, aware, if you are not woke, if you are not watching yourself and judging yourself in a positive light, you can miss the signs that you need the help that you deserve, okay? So, long story short, going to the hospital thinking I'm having a nervous breakdown, the hospital being one of the main places I had not wanted to go, none this year. When I got there, just to hurry up, get this going. When I got there, honey, it was somebody in there that was throwing up, coughing. It was a very traumatic time for me. And then my husband, he was not able to go with me. So if you got kids, how are you supposed to go to the doctor? Who gonna watch your kids? But my husband, he could not go to the doctor with me, so I was in there alone. Something I'm not familiar with anymore, being a married man. So the lady in there coughing and throwing up. The receptionist was asking me questions which involved me opening my mouth and breathing. Because the whole time she coughing and throwing up, I'm holding my breath. I mean, I'm turning blue in the face, honey, holding my breath. I'm like, I am not finna get this coronavirus today. I knew it wasn't the coronavirus that was wrong with me, but I knew something was wrong with me. But whatever that lady had, honey, was something for certain I did not want. I was willing to throw in the towel. My husband had got a whiff of it. He heard it. He heard it and he fled. Okay, and if you was in your right mind, I'm pretty sure you would have fled too. But remind you, I'm under the impression I'm having a heart attack or a stroke or a blood clot. So the receptionist is asking me questions, and I'd have walked all behind the desk. I'd have walked past him. I'm in a corner. Okay, I'm having a panic attack. I'd have walked in the corner and closed my eyes, honey. And so the man said, do you need to go and get some fresh air? And that did not dawn on me. I did not even know I was having a panic attack because it had been, I mean, I only go through stuff like this every election year. So, you know, that's every 4 years. 4 years from now, I'm not going to remember this. But I remembered enough to know that it's been 4 years that I had not, or 3 years that I had not been taking medication. And, you know, I pride myself in raising my orchids, taking care of my orchids as a form of therapy to keep me off of medication. However, honey, these orchids sometimes will add to. Okay, if you got a lot of stuff going on, like if you got to get up and take this person there, take that person there, pack this lunch, pack her, girl. So God bless you. So after I received, and note to you, I'm still not on any kind of psychiatric therapy or medication. I'm taking it one step at a time. Even though I had not been watching a lot of stuff dealing with the politics, it still was affecting me because I still was, girl, it's everywhere. You can't really get around it. And you know, the forest fires in California, they saying, oh, it's so bad, it's the baddest it's ever been. And they say a hurricane coming. I mean, girl, it's like one thing after another. And so a lot of us, it's like, oh my God, this is a little bit overwhelming, especially if you don't have that positive outlet, okay, to get it out, and you know, to stop holding it in, but to be able to get it out of you. Sometimes just saying it makes you feel better. So, like I said, I pride myself in my Facebook group called Fal Pal, on that we talk about more than orchids. We talk about a lot of people going through divorces right now. Okay, I'll keep you guys in my thoughts and prayers because I don't wish divorce on anyone or anybody. So, girl, what I had to do and what I am doing is, like I always say, go back to one. What is that one thing that you can do naturally that, I mean, it's just a part of who you are, and do that until you get a routine going, and just congratulate yourself after doing that, and then move on to the next thing. Okay, move on to the next thing. And so, for instance, when I was talking about the orchids, learning about the phalaenopsis, okay, mastering one thing and then moving on to the next. Now, if you do feel as if you have come across the stumbling block and you are stumbling for, we talking about months at a time, then okay, let reset 11 11 okay, reset, just start over. Okay, it is still time for you to come out of 2020 on top, prosperous. Okay, okay, trust and believe, though he slay me, okay, yet will I trust in him. Okay, think of all things positive, think of all things that are loving, think of all things that are kind, and remind yourself to not let anyone's actions get a reaction out of you. Okay, if you don't have self-control, do what is best for you. Okay, with no humiliation, no tea, no shade, and get the help that you deserve. It is nothing right. They talking about honey, honey, I don't know anything about it. What are, you know, when you take pills, I don't know the name of it, but not steroids, but whatever. You know how you take pills to get high, but they talking about that's on the rise, and Fal Pals, substance abuse is not going to help you get through these times. Okay, get you a good book, honey. Find you a good friend that you can talk to, that you can kiki. Okay, the video that I have that I'm releasing after this is just showing how appreciative I am of my Fal Pals. Here on YouTube and even on television, darling, you will see a lot of people promoting what they do for other people. Honey, the faith that I believe in doesn't require, okay, doesn't require me to know all of the positive things that I have done, not only in the YouTube community, but just as in my local community and all over the world, honey. I'm spreading the love of Jesus. I'm letting you know that I'm just a filthy rich, okay, a filthy rich, okay, saved by grace, okay, not based on what I did, okay, but based on a covenant from my forefathers. Okay, so that is what you guys got to remind yourself, honey. Do what you feel like you need to do to get by. Okay, start exercising. If you drinking, then know that you can't just sit there and eat fast food. I know I'm talking with a lot of aggression, but that's why I call myself mama, because mama not going to tell you anything wrong. Okay, I don't want any. This is the time when people start getting those suicidal thoughts. So I want you guys to have a discernment as far as spiritual guidance versus negative thoughts. Okay, negative thoughts is, oh my God, I'm fat, I'm never gonna get a husband. Versus, maybe I need to lose weight because I don't want to have health problems. Both of them are the same outcome, but how do you talk to yourself? Okay, ask yourself that question. If you talk to yourself only in a negative way, you got something negative attached to you. And you need to get into some positivity. Okay? Get into some positivity. Go get you some orchids. And honey, when you get your first orchid, how you end up with a house full of orchids is because you need those blooms, honey. You need the blooms. But later in life, you're going to grow and you're going to be appreciative of the leaves. You're going to be appreciative of the seasons that your orchids have. Okay, a lot of us are getting ready for fall because some of our orchids are about to take a winter rest. If you are feeling like you're on a verge of a mental collapse, honey, take a mental rest. Okay, some people call it a sabbatical. A sabbatical. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. But I promise you, when you get to the other side, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And that's another thing that you can do, honey. The Bible say, when I look back over my life, ha! Yes. Honey, just look back at some of the stuff that you've already overcome. Some of us has already had those suicidal thoughts and have overcome it. Okay, and so that is why it's important for us to make sure that everyone else who has not reached that stage in life know that, girl, it gets better on the other side. Okay, trouble does not last always. Joy cometh in the morning. Just hang on in there. Okay, so I wish you guys a happy growing. Go in peace. A lot of great videos is coming from me. So like this video, share it with a friend. Let them know that, honey, you don't need medication because you got orchids to take care of. You got to wake up early in the morning to open them blinds and take care of them orchids. So let me get back to my watering. And I wish you guys a happy growing. My auntie and everyone, I love you. Until